Morning. Real Talk with Mo. Glad you could join me. It's a little chilly down here in South Florida. Well, especially if you're a Floridian like I am. You know, CB Lifestyle Apparel, keep you real warm. Check us out. We got a bunch of different logos going on. Like I say, CB Lifestyle is chasing billions, counting blessings. Get with the program. Let's go. So come join the team. So check me out there. Also check out Real Talk with Mo. That's my YouTube channel, you know, future podcast. Also Lou and Mo podcast, YouTube channel, future podcast, and so forth. Check us out there. A lot of things going on this year, you know, making it happen. So those are a few things, you know. One thing I gotta just talk about real quick. You know, I'm gonna get into all sorts of things on my video. My videos and my are probably going to be all over, you know, they're all over the place. Some of them is, you know, political. Some of them is what's going on in the world. You know, I'm getting into all sorts of things, you know, whatever's just, you know, going on and whatever going through my mind at the time. So what I want to talk about was the Manosphere. Wow, this white stuff is on my brand new sweater. The Manosphere. And I got, you know, I love them. I think it's cool thing, right? I love to hear, you know, different points of view, and I love to hear, you know, new ways things are explained to me, and then I get understanding from that. I can look at it and be like, all right, well, I get this and I get that from this. There's a few things that bother me about it, and you know, and the more I listen to some people talk, you know, you just see some people, you like, I agree with you on this and this, but I don't agree with you on that. So there's a lot of things I agree with people on. I would say one of the main people that's, you know, in that realm is somebody like Kevin Samuels, and you know, I agree with a lot of what he's saying. Then there's some things that I just can't get on board with, because, you know, it's a lot of mixture of some people. You know, sometimes it's you know, to make a point they use something out of the Bible, so they use religion, and then to make a point, you know, they use statistics, which I'm all for. You know, facts, truth, all that good stuff. You know, and then just biology, you know, men and women are different, we built different, we want different things, all that. I get all that makes perfect sense to me. But then when we talk about, you know, especially, you know, the way things are going nowadays, and I would say, you know, in the black community and you know, in all the communities, because they're all, you know, having these issues too, is, you know, people getting married, having kids, you know, doing the old-fashioned way. And I think that's a problem. So, but then when they go to talking about that, going down that route, we go to, you know, I think Kevin Samuels talks about the most. He talks about like a high-value man, and, you know, what makes a high-value man, and then, you know, what a woman wants, you know, besides what a man wants, and this and that. And then we go down like the marriage path, like I heard Fresh&Fit, which I don't really subscribe to, you know, what they say most of the time, because it sounds like, to me, just giving my thoughts, is like, you know, just two guys that, you know, they try to teach people how to pick up girls and you know, like, knock them down, right? And just, you know, have sex with them and whatever, get what they want from them, and, you know, toss them to the side. It's kind of my feeling on it, because really most of the time, and it's to better men up, right? They do say they have videos. I never see those as popular videos about, you know, how to get better as a man and a person, you know, and grow and all this stuff, which I see, you know, they have videos for, but people don't really watch those videos. They're more into the entertainment and the girls they have on the thing. Even though they bring on a lot of, you know, girls that, you know, probably, you know, missing their father and in the streets and all sorts of shit. But, you know, when they start talking about marriage, to me, like, you know, once you say you're going to get married to somebody, you know what I mean, you pledging the oath, right? You're pledging your loyalty, right? You know, you're going to try to be your best you could be, and you guys are going to grow together at that, and you guys are going to try to build together, and there's trust, right? There's loyalty. There's a bunch of things that go into that oath when you take that oath, when you pledge. It's like you pledging allegiance to, you know, whatever that is, that structure that you guys are going to build. And, you know, mine, I call that the Watts Foundation, Team Watts, and that's what we kind of go off of. And we all of us subscribe to it. You know, my son, my wife, all subscribe to Team Watts. the Watts Foundation, what we're gonna do, how we building and growing and such. So once you do that, I think like I said, you pledge your loyalty to it. And then because the issue I have is, I heard in one video where they're like, you can't expect like a high value man, he's gonna have options, right? And I'm like, that to me is kind of going against the point, right? Because what it's doing is you going against the grain as far as like when you get married, bro. That's loyalty. That's your wife. That's somebody that you pledge to take care of, death do us part. And if you can't control, where your dick goes, right, or how to control like, your sexual urges and all that, then again, this goes back to like just building to being a man. Then you're not a man, right? And I hear, some people that talk about that, they don't really get into depth about it because I don't know if they don't want to step on people's toes or whatever. But bro, just because you're a high value man don't mean that you have options, don't mean you take advantage of those options, right? Or you use those options, especially when it just comes to laying down with another girl, having sex or whatever. Because a lot of things will go on with that, right? They don't say nothing about the bad shit that goes on about, maybe you having another kid, right? And that's going to be out of wedlock. Or maybe you getting some type of disease, right? And bringing that home to your family, right? Magic Johnson, right? I don't know if his wife got it, but he had something, he could have brought it home to his wife. Stuff like that, like, and they don't talk about that, and I think that's kind of missing a point, especially with these young men that's growing up and these younger guys, and they're thinking about getting married, and you telling them they got options. And when you talk about the high value man, they talking about men that's making over 6 figures, right, at a certain status, in their career and around their environment or whatever, and you know what I mean. So now you got regular dudes, not regular dudes, just regular guys. Right? And I don't want to say regular because regular makes it sound like, you just average. But just got real good guys or real good guys, making a decent amount of money. They know they can take care of a family and so forth. And they jumping on to this way of thinking, and it's like it just doesn't help the situation. It doesn't help it doesn't help like for marriages to thrive and everything, because nobody wants to be with somebody that's going out. No girl does, right? If they subscribe to that, then mentally I think they're a little unstable, right? I think like if you subscribe to somebody going out and just banging whatever they see or doing that, and you're okay with that, I just think that's kind of lame to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, when you pledge the oath, especially in front of God, that's why I say, when people take religion out of it and they just use marriage, then yeah, they can make up whatever they want of me, right? People trying to pull in polygamy and all sorts of shit into it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's not how this society was built. That's not how most societies were built, right? Most societies right now don't stand on no polygamy or no damn having 16 wives and shit. The societies that are thriving right now, if you could show them to me, the ones that are thriving, that are booming right now, that people want to go to, that are developing, that are growing, that are, just keeping the world going, they don't subscribe to that, right? That's not in their culture, right? It's not in their origination or their culture, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's bullshit. I don't think we should be teaching, men that, you know what I mean? Once you don't get married. If you feel like you got to go out there and still, get into something, then don't get married. But once you get married, that's it. Right? And you make that what it is, right? You still, as long as you and your other half, your partner, your wife, as long as you are or your husband, whatever it is, whoever I'm talking to, as long as y'all still in it together, then y'all gonna make it fun. Y'all gonna grow together. Y'all gonna take vacations and all that. Y'all gonna be out in the world, enjoying each other, enjoying life. But if you're not ready for that, don't get married. To say you're gonna get married just so you could go out and knock down 3 or 4 women a week or a month or whatever it is every year, it's kind of crazy to me, man. Just like they use the Bill Gates situation, but I don't give a damn, bro. Bill Gates, listen, he's not my role model. Not marriage wise, business wise, yeah, I love what he did with Microsoft. But that just because somebody does, it's like an athlete, right? I don't want my son to idolize no athlete. He got his most closest role model is gonna be me. So I gotta teach him the ways, right? And if we are a Christian family, then I gotta teach him those ways. I can't go off of that and think he's gonna have some type of moral grounding, some moral like grounds or something to run off of. And I'm teaching him that, you know, because I got options, I'm just gonna go out there and, you know, use them. I'm gonna go out there and exercise my options. It don't make no sense, man. That doesn't seem healthy to me. It don't look healthy. And, you know, they can say what they want to say and do all those statistics. Some of them, they really don't have no sticks on this particular point. But like I said, most of the stuff I do agree with, right? And I do agree with men. I do, you know, men, you know, take a boatload of the work, you know, created society. I get all that. I agree with it. Those are factual truths. Like, there's no way around it. But when you get to certain points, man, you gotta kind of have a moral. You have to stand your ground. You gotta be standing for something, fall for anything type of thing. And they're not standing for anything when it comes to this. And I can see why Fresh and Fit does it, because neither one of them married. Neither one of them really, you know what I mean? They don't have any skin in the game for that anyways. Kevin Samuels, I believe, you know, to be honest with you, you know, that's his business. His business is to go out there and get successful men or you know, women that pay him and shit like that, to find them another partner or whatever. So I agree with that too. I think that's what he does. That's his job, and I'm all for that, whatever that is. But to speak as that is truth, or if that's something that's gonna help people or help society or help communities and stuff, that's bullshit. Right? I just gotta be honest about that. That don't fly with me. So like I said, I agree with most everything in the manosphere and everything, but stuff like that, somebody gotta speak out against it, or you gotta at least explain yourself, right? Explain the whole scenario, right? With the man, you got options, exercise, like that shit. That's for a woman that doesn't mind you putting your dick somewhere else where you're not supposed to put it, right? And if that's her, then fine. Jada Pinkett, the Will Smiths, and I don't know, they say everybody else is all into something like that too, or Bill Gates and Melinda. That's cool. That works, but that's not what's gonna work for society. That's not what's gonna work to help, you know, families stay together like they used to, husbands and wives being together, right? And people, you know, people cheat all the time. It don't even matter where their status is. Like, men do it just because, you know, men do shit like that. Like, we, you know what I mean? We think with our lower brain more than our upper brain sometimes, and that's just true, right? Look at Jeff Bezos. Right, he had his McKinsey for the whole time. You know, she got a chunk of change for that, and you know, it is what it is. But we think with our lower half more than we think with our upper half sometimes. It just is what it is. So, like I said, man, like, you know, being in marriage, that's loyalty, man. That's something that you pledge allegiance to, whatever, you know, the family structure is that you trying to build, or the business that you trying to grow, you know. And I just want to put that out there because, you know, like I said, I like the manosphere. I just think sometimes there's a lot of people involved in it. They all got different takes, but that one take it seems to be a part of the most popular ones, right? And most of them are single. They're not married, so they gonna spew that shit, and that's not real, right? And if they want to argue about it, I could argue about it too. Because, you know what I mean? Like I said, they like to use a lot of Bible verses and use a lot of Bible when they want to make a point on certain things. But then you going to make a point on this. They might even find a verse in the Bible they're going to, you know, remove around and say, you know, that it's okay. Right? So, but that's not okay, man. It don't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. Nobody's going to allow it. That's not showing no type of loyalty at all. So that's just my take on it. So, like I said, check out Real Talk Mo, Lou and Mo podcast, CB Lifestyle Apparel. You know, we gonna keep you warm for the winter, especially if you're up north. Down south, you ain't gonna be able to wear it for too long, but up north, we got you.